Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Ten God hasn't played a lot this season, only 8 total games, going 4-4 in games in 2v2. Has not been a big part of the lineup this time around. And of course, Yakitori mostly being a head-to-head player. Did play some 2v2 with Ten God this season, so interesting to see these two guys out. And, you know, that kind of feels like what the story is here for Ponos.
Yeah, Ponos here. Bottom of your screen, Ten God and Yakitori going up against Lucas and Wallace. Lucas and Wallace, obviously the duo that has been dominant for Pain Gaming all season. If you look over on the other side of it, though, for Ponos, Yakitori and Ten God have only made a couple 2v2 appearances this season. Ten God dead even at 4-4 in games, and Yakitori at 4-6. So probably trying things out before they landed on where they were happy with Rad and Reiki.
I'm glad they're giving Ten God the nod here. He's been a part of Ponos for a long time. 2 CRL Asian Championships with Ten God in the lineup, and at one point was a central figure, a central part of how Ponos performed overall in this league. Took a bit of a back seat this season with Reiki and Rad being so good in 2v2, a place where he's done most of his career work for Ponos, but his 6th season with the organization, giving him a nod here at World Finals just feels right.
Yeah, I love it. I really do, man. And that's the thing that I think is important is, you know, we were talking about, obviously, pride and money is on the line, but you talk about the work that this guy's done for this organization, and it's really appropriate for them to kind of tip their hat towards him, let him get out there, and, hey, maybe even pick up a win here in this 3rd place matchup. So right now, Lucas and Wallace down, actually, by about 500 HP in a perfect pitched game thus far by Ten God and Yakitori.
Hog to the right-hand side. Snowball moves the Lumberjack away. Snowball in kind, so very little damage on the right-hand side. Just Snowball in, and now Lumberjack Balloon opposite direction.
Yeah, and you wonder what the practice duo is for Rad and Reiki Jones. Is it Ten God and Yaki? Because right now they look really good.
Giant Skeleton in, Lumberjack behind. And you have to imagine this might be the practice duo, as Ten God and Yakitori were one of the 2v2 duos they actually played in match play this season.
So slow and steady right now. Hog Rider trying to squeeze in there with a nice rage behind. Hunter is going to get that shot off just in time and will also stop this Giant Skeleton right in its tracks.
30 seconds left. Lumberjack, Hog Rider behind. Heal Spirit to help out.
Hog does not connect there for Yaki and Ten God, but still in the lead by a bit.
So a bit of back and forth action as the first 3 minutes ticks away. We go to sudden death overtime. Ponos having the lead, 1790, as Pain sets up heavy in the left-hand lane.
Hog, Heal Spirit opposite. Nice high bomb tower here to help on both sides. That Earthquake won't do a whole lot because the Musketeer is there to help, even though the Heal Spirit does connect the top of the Hog. And a Hog in kind for Ponos.
I'm very curious about the head-to-head play, or the one guaranteed 1v1 set as number 3, Andrew, as during the break, Lucas of Pain Gaming tweeting at Mugi that he's the one player he really wanted to face here at CRL World Finals. Didn't happen in the championship match, unfortunately, for both of them, but hoping he gets a shot at Mugi here, and that would be a fun one to watch for sure.
Yeah, that'd be nice if Ponos were to acquiesce his request, let that match happen, and see another great, you know, you talk about Lucas and what he was kind of expected to do when he came into the league, and we all expected him to be the 1v1 star here for Pain Gaming. Obviously found his home in the 2v2 set, and you see right there, not happy with the freeze is Ten God. But finding his home in the 2v2 set, it'll be fun to watch him go back into head-to-head, even though he has struggled with it a bit this season.
1730 to 1557, 48 seconds left. Hog Rider to the left-hand side.
And Earthquake Cycle still coming in here for Lucas and Wallace. Ten God and Yakitori need to turn up the heat a bit on the right-hand side, and that's a really, really poorly placed Hog Rider right into the death bomb of the Giant Skeleton, basically stopping that push in its tracks with demanding very, very little elixir out of their opponents.
Lumberjack, Hog Rider left-hand lane. Bomb tower in response. EQ cycle in on the right-hand side for Pain Gaming. And that Hog Rider gets away for 2 on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and you know what? Lucas and Wallace did the exact same thing as Ponos a moment ago, dropping their Hog Rider right into the bomb of the death bomb of Giant Skeleton. Ten God and Yaki connect with that Hog Rider. It looks like they're actually going to take this game off of Lucas and Wallace.
And there you go, 596 to 783. Yakitori with a big there for a second. He and 10 God pull things out in this opening game.
Wasn't